One day, a hare was making fun of a tortoise for being so slow. "Do you ever get anywhere?" the hare asked with a mocking laugh. The tortoise, tired of the hare's boasting, challenged him to a race. The hare found the idea amusing, but agreed to the race for the fun of it. They decided on a course, and a fox was chosen to be the judge. As the race began, the hare shot off and was soon far out of sight. To show how ridiculous he found the race, the hare decided to lie down for a nap by the side of the course until the tortoise caught up. He was so confident in his speed that he believed he could easily win even with a delay. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued to move along slowly but steadily. After some time, he passed the spot where the hare was sound asleep. The hare slept on peacefully, and when he finally woke up, the tortoise was already near the finish line. The hare ran as fast as he could, but it was too late to overtake the tortoise. To the surprise of all the other animals who had gathered to watch, the tortoise crossed the finish line first. The slow but steady tortoise had won the race. The hare, who was so sure he would win, learned an important lesson that day. He realized that being fast is not everything. Being consistent and never giving up is just as important. The animals all cheered for the tortoise, who had shown everyone that slow and steady wins the race. The hare felt embarrassed and understood his mistake. He had let his pride and overconfidence get in the way. He went to the tortoise and apologized for making fun of him. The tortoise accepted his apology with a kind smile. From that day forward, the hare was much more humble and never looked down on anyone for being different from him. He respected the tortoise for his determination. The story of their race became a famous tale in the forest, reminding everyone that you should not judge others by how they look or how fast they are. What truly matters is the effort you put in and the spirit of never giving up, no matter how difficult the challenge might seem. The tortoise became a hero to the smaller and slower animals, inspiring them to always try their best. He showed them that even if you are not the strongest or the fastest, you can still achieve great things with patience and perseverance. The hare, on the other hand, started to practice running not just for speed, but with more focus and discipline, learning from his failure. He and the tortoise even became friends, often sharing stories and lessons with the younger animals. The fox, who had been the judge, declared the tortoise the official winner and praised his incredible spirit. The celebration for the tortoise's victory went on for a long time, with music and dancing. Everyone in the forest learned the valuable lesson about humility and the power of consistent effort. And so, the legend of the determined tortoise and the humbled hare was told for generations to come. A simple story with a powerful message for all. The hare remembered that it was his choice to stop and rest that cost him the victory. If he had kept going, even at a moderate pace, he would have won easily. But his arrogance was his downfall. The tortoise, on the other hand, never once thought about stopping. His only goal was to reach the finish line, no matter how long it took. He kept his eyes on the path ahead and moved one step at a time with unwavering focus. This single-minded determination was his greatest strength. While the hare was dreaming of victory, the tortoise was actively working towards it. This difference in mindset was what ultimately decided the outcome of the race. The other animals, who had initially expected the hare to win without any trouble, were amazed by the result. They saw firsthand that assumptions can be misleading. They learned not to underestimate anyone, regardless of their apparent weaknesses. The bear, the deer, and the squirrels all talked about the race for days, discussing how the tortoise at steady pace had triumphed over the hare at explosive but inconsistent speed. The moral of the story resonated deeply within their community. Consistency is more powerful than sporadic bursts of talent. The hare, in his moment of defeat, had a lot of time to think. He replayed the race in his mind over and over. He saw his initial sprint, the feeling of invincibility, and then the foolish decision to nap. He cringed at his own arrogance. He realized that talent alone is not enough to guarantee success. It must be paired with hard work and respect for the competition. The tortoise had very little natural speed, but he maximized what he had through sheer willpower. The hare had an abundance of speed but wasted it because of his poor attitude. This self-reflection was a turning point for the hare. He decided he would change his ways and become a better, more thoughtful creature. He would train harder than ever before, but this time with a newfound sense of humility. He would never again take a competitor for granted. The tortoise, meanwhile, was gracious in his victory. He did not boast or make fun of the hare. He simply said, "I did my best." And that is all anyone can do. His quiet dignity earned him even more respect from his peers. He taught them that true strength is not about being better than others, but about being the best version of yourself. He continued his life at his own slow pace, but now with the admiration of the entire forest. He remained a symbol of endurance and the quiet power of persistence. The story of the race served as a constant reminder in the forest. Whenever a young animal felt discouraged because they weren't as fast or as strong as others, the elders would tell them about the tortoise. They would say, "Remember the tortoise. He was the slowest of them all, but he won the race because he never gave up. He just kept going." This simple story gave hope to many and encouraged a culture of effort and perseverance. The forest became a more supported place, where everyone's unique abilities were valued. The hare and the tortoise's legacy was not just about winning or losing a race. It was about the character they showed and the lessons they taught their community. They proved that everyone has a path to success, and sometimes the slowest and most patient path leads to the greatest victory. The race had changed them both for the better. The hare learned humility, and the tortoise showed the world the strength of his spirit. Their story became a timeless fable, a simple yet profound illustration of the idea that perseverance and a steady approach can overcome even the most formidable, yet complacent, talent. And for that, both the hare and the tortoise were, in their own ways, winners. The fox, as the impartial observer and judge, often recounted the details of that fateful day. He would describe the look of absolute certainty on the hare's face as he darted off, leaving a cloud of dust behind. Then, he would describe the serene, unwavering expression on the tortoise's face as he began his long journey. The fox noted that from the very beginning, the tortoise was running his own race, not competing against the hare, but against the distance itself. This was a critical insight. The hare was focused on his opponent, on showing off and proving his superiority.